I'm Vicki Bentley with Everyday Homemaking, and tonight we are going to be making donuts and dinner rolls. So I'm kind of new to the video thing, so thank you for bearing with me as we go through this. Tonight I'm going to be using my Bosch Universal Plus, but I'm also using the lid, the top, to my Nutrimill Artiste. I love these mixers. I can interchange the parts on them. I like the top on my Artiste bowl, so that's what we're going to be using tonight. I am just showing you how easy it is to put this all together. I've already put it together, so let me take it apart real quickly. I'm using my whisk assembly. It just pops right on there. Then I like to use the scraper assembly because then I don't have to scrape my bowl. It's got these pieces here that scrape the inside and the outside edges of the bowl, and it just snaps on like that. Easy peasy. Alright, so I am already heating the ingredients. We are using the recipe for the 60-minute dinner rolls that you can find in Everyday Cooking. And the new edition of that's coming out this week. It's actually in shipping as we speak. It should be here Tuesday, so we can get those pre-orders out to you. If you didn't pre-order, you can still get yours online at Everyday Homemaking. But we're going to start off, and I'm actually making a double batch so that I can make dinner rolls and I can make donuts out of the same batch of dough. And because today is National Donut Day, then we're going to go ahead and try those donuts. So I have heated up. We're making, as I said, a double batch. So instead of using a cup of milk, half a cup of water, and half a stick of butter, which would be the normal recipe, I've doubled all of those ingredients. And I've heated those up until they're very warm. The butter may not melt. We just want it to be warm, kind of like a little bit warmer than baby bath water, right about there, but not too hot. So let me get that out of, I've actually microwaved it. If you don't want to microwave things, you can do it on a skillet or in a saucepan. So I'm going to pour that into my bowl here, using my Pampered Chef small batter bowl for that. Alright, and to that we're going to add normally 1.5 cups of flour. We're going to double that up there. And whenever you're measuring out your flour, you don't want to just scoop out your flour because that's going to compact it. You want to scoop your flour into your container and then level it off if you need to. So there's 1. I have to count or I get confused. 2, 3, because we're doubling it. So we're going to put in 3 cups. And I would often use part whole grain for this, but you know, we're making donuts. Let's just be real here. We're making donuts. Does it really matter if they're whole grain or not at this point? So we're going to add about 3 tablespoons of sugar. I'm going to kind of fudge on that a little bit here. I'm not actually, well, I may as well for you guys. All right, 3 tablespoons. We're going to double a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finish it off there, 6. A teaspoon of salt doubled. Here's going to be 2 teaspoons of salt. You notice I have everything right here close at hand. I'm a big fan of putting things near where you use them. 1. My salt is real salt, so it kind of clumps. So sometimes we have to do this little beat it on the counter thing. 2 teaspoons. There we go. And then we're going to add some instant yeast. And we're looking for about 2 tablespoons for 1 batch. We're doubling this, so I'm not going to put quite double, simply because yeast is a living organism. It's going to keep growing anyway. So we have mixed those up there. Got all of our ingredients in there, nice and simple. Now you're going to hear a little bit of noise here, and we're just going to mix this up. And I'm going to show you. Let me move this over here for you. I'm not good at the video thing. Sorry, guys. So you can see this. There's the ingredients. I can't see what you can see here. All right. There's the ingredients in the bowl. We'll pull this slidey lid over, which I love. It's from my Artiste. And we're going to mix that. 2 minutes on medium speed. Okay, so you can kind of see what that looks like there now. finish up our first 2 minutes there. And then we are going to add another cup. Now, if you don't have the patience, if you don't have the patience to do the scoop into your scooper thing all the time, if you want to scoop in, at least make sure that you kind of fluff it up. You want to aerate it so that your flour's not too packed. And then if you're going to scoop out, at least you're not getting packed flour. So I'm going to add a cup of flour, and then we're going to mix that again for about 2 minutes on high. Okay, so we're finishing up our 2 minutes on high. And you can kind of get an idea of what this looks like. It's probably easier to give you the bowl. You can see here what the dough looks like, kind of thick. Okay. And then I'm going to take this whole mechanism out, because we're going to swap out, because we're going to get thick now. You see it's already getting a little gluten development there. Put down the sink. And we're going to add our dough hook. So we're just going to put that in there. And now we're going to add a little bit of the flour at a time till we get a soft dough. Normally on a single batch you'd be adding about a cup to a cup and a half of flour. So we're going to add probably between 2 and 3 cups of flour here until it's kind of cleaning the side of the bowl. So I'll let you see what that looks like as we go along. Well here while I'm doing this, but I'm adding flour. It's my second cup. You can see how the sides of the bowl are still really messy. I need a cameraman. So another half a cup. And another half a cup, so we're at about 3 cups there. We'll give it a second. And you can see it's starting to clear the sides of the bowl. You see that? So we're going to do that and let it knead for about 4 to 5 minutes. Just wanted you to see what it looks like as it's kneading. You see it's cleaned that side of the bowl, but it's still not a great big lump. It's still got some softness to the dough. Okay, so you can see that the dough is finished here. It's done this little 5-minute knead, and I'm going to put this into a bowl. Raise my hands up just a touch, and I can take the dough out off of the dough hook. I can't see what I'm doing here, so hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just loosening it back here. You could use a spatula if you wanted to loosen that there. Using a spatula. Just dumping the dough out. Now I've dumped that dough into, and you can see it's all pretty much cleaned out. I've dumped that dough into a greased bowl. So I'm just going to turn it to grease all of the sides here. So the top and the bottom are a little greased. And I'm going to let it rise. So I'm just going to cover that. Little plastic things I got at the Dollar Tree. You can also use, if you travel, you can get shower caps from hotels. We're just going to cover that like that. And that's going to sit for 15 minutes and rise. Okay, so now you can see how much our dough has risen. We had it in that bowl. It's all risen. We're going to peel off this shower cap. And you can see how much has gone over the edge of the bowl there. Alright, so we're going to divide this dough. Grab some oil here. We're going to divide our dough into 2 parts because we're making donuts out of part of it, and we're making, so I can do this here where you can see this. Move this over. We're making donuts out of part of it, and we're making rolls out of part of it. So I'm oiling my countertop. I don't like to add any extra flour if I don't have to. We're just going to take that dough and dump it out. Nice soft dough. You can see how soft it is. It's soft, but it's not gooey and gummy. It still stays in one big piece. So I've got a bench scraper here. I'm just oiling it with the oil that's on my hands. Kind of mark the center there. And cut that in half. We're going to save half of that for our rolls. So I'm just going to put this dough. So now we have this dough ready to go. We'll do the donuts first. All right, so move this over here where you can see it a little bit better. Let's make a dozen donuts. So we're going to go, 16's easier. Let's do 16. One. Cut each one in half. We now have 4. Now let's cut each of those in half again, and we'll have 8. I'm eyeballing it here. We'll have 8. And let's see if I can get you to see a little bit better here with that dumping this off the back of the counter. And we'll do them one more time, and we'll have 16. Nice and easy. Alright, now we're going to take, this is new for me. I've never done it this way. If I were making regular donuts, I would roll it out to about maybe 1/4 to a 1/2 inch thick, and then I'd be cutting things out with a cutter. But we're going to try something a little different. I've never done this. We'll see how it works out. So what we're doing is we're taking each one of these doughs, we're rolling it out to about 10 inches. I have no idea what 10 inches. Oh, here I've got a measuring thing. Okay, 10 inches is about right here. So I made mine a little skinny. And supposedly, let's see, here we go. If you roll it one away, one toward, then when you let it go, it wraps itself up like that. You can just pinch the bottoms together. And we're just going to do that with all of these. So we're just rolling to about 10 inches. Roll away and toward at the same time. One away, one toward, and then when you pick it up, it wraps up around itself because it coils. Pretty cool. I'll do all of these and then we'll come back. Okay, come back on here. I'm going to show you the last couple here. So we're going to roll them out, and then kind of twist away, in and out at the same time. This one goes this way, this one goes this way. And then when you pick it up, it turns around itself. So, and then just pinch the end shut. Again, roll out, kind of thin in the middle. Spin it around and around. Then when you flip it up, it turns by itself, it flips in. Pinch the end shut. See how it does? Last one. Gonna go spin, roll it out. Spin, 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 spin. You can see it going around. When you pick it up, it turns around itself. And there we go.